women are the far more beautiful of our species out of the two sexes by a long
This
shot.
is why you never see POV porn from the woman's point of view.
Yeah.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Koko Beach, Florida.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
No, you're not getting that out of me.
No.
Welcome to Living Podcariously.
Woot, woot.
Yeah. I already did that. I'm Adam. I'm one of your hosts of Living Podcariously, and back as always, sitting across the room from me.
I'm Tach. Well, I'm not always here. I'm sometimes a dick and I have to work. So, yeah.
Sometimes you have to work the dick.
Yep.
All right, that's what I heard.
Amen.
Right over there in the lady chase.
I think it's Andrea Joy. I don't know. Forgive me. Kind of had a little fun at my mimosa fantasy.
Is that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Yes, from the Salty Box. So much fun.
Nice, Jay.
We
Nice.
played Cards Against Humanity. It was all a girl. Well, enough about that.
We'll talk about it.
later. But across from me is a very lovable.
Oh, shit. Who's here? Oh, hey, guys. It's Jay Alvarez, proud supporter of the Naked Hustle. So, Tach, whatever you got to do to pay rent, brother, I am behind you.
I'm a sex worker.
I could see you working in the red light district.
Nice.
We have got a musician in studio with us this week. He's going to do a performance
He's
for
a
us a little
musician?
bit. Oh,
He's a musician.
No. Actually, I don't know, Matt. Are you a musician?
Oh, there's not a chance in hell.
So ready for a song.
His
I
eyes go
almost
wide.
started
He's like,
getting a
oh,
boner.
shit, who else came?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what really?
No, we were supposed to have a performer last week. He kind of no-showed. Maybe it's all right.
Wait, if he's not the musician, it must be Josie? Jojo?
No.
No.
JoJo's a no-no, but we have
Is she in
Koko.
on the chase now?
Not yet. Not yet.
No, almost there. All right. So, yeah, joining us in studio this week from the oneKaway podcast, we've had Ken on before.
Yep.
And I like to say we're bringing the better half on this week.
Oh,
but
thank you.
No, Matt Koko from oneKaway podcast is joining us.
All
I
right.
appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
And you also just hosted a Twisted 10 for us.
Ton of fun. I was glad we were able to do a little debate in here.
Dude, that was-
Brought the wife in so we can kind of have a good mix of the male and female perspective.
It was good. It got heated. I learned something about Andrea today. That's for sure.
What'd you learn?
Well, you got to go listen to that podcast if you want to hear what I learned.
I want to know, though.
We have a difference
You
of
were
opinions.
there.
Yeah,
We
have
do? Oh, about beating kids?
Well, you're not supposed to say that. You want them to go listen
okay,
to the
go
show.
listen to the Twisted Ken.
Twisted Ken?
Oh, yeah, no, he is twisted. Jay found that out very, very,
Very quickly.
Listen to the Twisted 10 to find out what Adam and I think about beating children.
Good plug. All right. Before we get started in the show, I'm doing another shout out for Texas folks who survived Hurricane Harvey this week. They need a lot of help. Please go give them a donation. Go to American Red Cross's website. That's typically the one that everybody's supporting to go to. And realistically, about 90 cents of every dollar goes towards the victims.
91.
Yeah, technically it's a little less than that, but we won't. That's getting into the nitty gritty. The majority of the money still goes to the victims. So please go support the local victims in the hurricane. American Red Cross. I think the Red Cross donation number is 1-800-RED Cross. I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But yeah, go help them.
Hopefully, we don't need that in a week or two coming up here.
Yeah, dude. That's so we've done.
We'll need Joel Osteen to come open a church that he won't let us into
Just don't confuse
so he
the
can
number
pass us a
with
collection
1-800
plate
Red
3
Cross.
days after the storm.
What'd you say, Andrea?
Sorry. I was just didn't want anyone to confuse the number with 1-800-RED cunt.
Red cunt. Did you say cunt on our airways?
Yay.
Wait,
Wow.
whoa. Out of the gate swinging this
Out of the
morning,
gate.
folks.
Yeah, no kidding.
Batter up.
No shit.
I just didn't want anyone to make the mistake of doing that.
They don't
make-
call her Big Red for no reason, everybody.
I make that mistake every week. I'm constantly calling.
I've been
Red
wondering why my
totally different
donations
number?
haven't been going through. You just solved that problem for me.
Cross.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, I thought I was giving to charity. I didn't know it was actually a girl named Charity. So
That's good.
We won't give it this name because we know she gonna live off it.
Oh, that's really fucking funny.
Oh my goodness.
So we did something fun, and I know for Tach and for Andrea, this is going to probably be a little bit boring.
We're talking about my fantasy mimosa team.
We are. So
Yay!
so today, so I host a fantasy football league. It's called the Gridiron Savants. It's a closed league over on Yahoo's Fantasy Football Manager, and it's a money league, and we keep that between the managers that are in there. So it's a lot of fun. We have 12 managers, and this year joining us on that league, I should say donating to the league.
I'm sorry, what place did he finish last year?
Is Matt. I finished 7th last year.
Out of
8, but that's not important.
okay.
It's not important.
You are who we would call Andre in this situation.
Yeah, look, I'll live up to that. But the year prior to that, I won 2 money leagues, and I took 3rd in
You're
another
talking
money
that
league.
much smack with losing that bat last year.
Yeah.
The
I
Dre
like her
knows no
so
boundaries.
much.
What a great wife to
Oh my
support
God.
me in my
Wait,
future endeavors.
And
huh?
I did want to ask, who is the
stop.
only other person that you came out ahead of?
I thought you won.
That's my stepson.
so that apple don't fall far from the
But
tree.
you
He took me.
but you told him what to trade and traded him people with yourself. So therefore,
What?
you made him lose more.
No, I didn't trade anything with Cameron. No, I never traded with him. I traded with everybody else and sucked it up hard.
And I heard about that prior to the draft, and then I saw you two collaborating the entire draft going, are they just planning on finishing 11th and 12th in this year?
But what everyone doesn't know is that was just all game because he is going to come this year and take.
Because I'm a hustler, baby.
Listen to my girl
He
supporting
is
me.
gonna win, and there is no need for you guys to even look at the games
Ooh, I
at
found
all.
my
Why do you
That's
sound
the,
like you
that's
have a
the
daughter
only
named
way
Charity?
he's going to win is if we don't.
No, I don't, because Zach would have been with Charity.
Oh, so yes, we did our fantasy football draft. We went down to the Salty Fox down in O'Galley, down in Melbourne on O'Galley Boulevard. We took all of our managers down there, and what was really surprising and really kind of fun, I think, is that we had a cheerleading section.
No, we didn't.
A straight up
had
wives
cheerleaders?
and girlfriends come down to show their support and love for their men who were making. And there we also had a woman in the league too, but they were coming out to show their love and support for us. And while we were making our choices,
They came out to support the one woman in the league.
Why did the woman?
No, that one woman was a
like-
last second replacement. They came
But
down to
why
support the
didn't you ask
$10
us?
bottomless mimosas. That's
I
what they
was
came out
there
to support.
first. Why didn't y'all ask me to be part of it?
How come I didn't get invited to come out of all
Because
of that?
us as girls would have all went together as a team.
there's too many questions coming
That
at me at
would've
one
been
time.
so
Hers are
much fun.
crazy. Yours, it's fantasy football. Tach, would you really
We
have
would've
liked to?
lost
But it's hanging out at the
Would've
Salty
done us
Fox,
me.
and we all know that I like a few things over there.
That's
Free-
the drinks.
We like free
bottomless
money,
mimosa.
too.
Zach's all about those breasts and thighs that over there at the Salty Fox.
Yeah, they do have some pretty good breasts and thighs. Chicken, baby. But yeah,
I'm sorry, so we don't serve chicken at this establishment.
Look, and they
I don't know what you guys talking about, but
they
I like the hot
supported us
chicks.
all up until about the first break. Because all I know is at the first break, they're like, "Oh, cool, you guys are done." Like, no, we're about a third of the way through.
yeah. Unfortunately, the girl's like, "Who the why the fuck is this taking so long? You said it was going to be done at 3." I'm like, "Yeah, you assumed it was going to be done at 3. It's
Well,
really
we
going
were
on
there
longer."
for like 5 hours.
Yeah, we were absolutely.
There's only so much mimosas you can drink.
And I think
I think you
found
disproved
Yeah.
that today.
I was drawing with chalk on the front and the. I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. I was in the front of the Salty Fox drawing with chalk on the floor, making art.
Yeah, you were that person that had too much mimosas. Yes, that's.
There was also another girl.
How old was she?
2.
That's why next week they've raised the price from $10 to $15. It's because we're Andrew's coming back.
They need to cover the liability of having all of us in
Hey,
it.
No, they
she
had-
helped me find every color, so I didn't even have to look through the box.
They got to cover the liability of everyone that got hurt playing hopscotch outside. Because that's what they were drawing.
Squiggly lines all over the place. I can't keep it inside the lines.
Drunk people equal free babysitter.
All those kids out there playing Pokemon Go.
Over on our other show, The Twisted 10, that Matt just hosted, he brought, and see, when other podcast hosts come over to host a show, and I reciprocate as well, I bring gifts, and other podcasts hosts bring gifts. Matt brought me a gift this week, and I'm honored, and I will cherish it.
During your private lonely laptop time.
Yes, I will. It's a box of Puffs Ultra Soft tissues.
Yeah.
Is that because you care so much about the people who hurt when they lose?
Because when you're going to clean the pipes,
exactly.
you deserve it.
That is so sweet.
I will shed a tear for you every time I beat your ass this year, which I think will be twice.
Which will be 0?
Yeah, I think
Zero?
we play each other. We'll see. We'll probably play each other twice.
Oh no, yeah, no,
Once
we're
for
gonna
sure.
play each other. Well, twice. Well, at least once. I don't think you're gonna make the playoffs, so I don't know if it'll be twice.
I might play you twice in the regular.
We just got to
season.
see how it works out, but definitely not a third time.
We'll have to
Boys
see
are
how
so
it goes.
funny.
Andrea, how many times do I play you?
Huh?
I don't know.
You're not on my mimosa
I
team.
know, what the fuck?
Those
Only
girls.
people on my mimosa team. We play with each other.
Whoa.
You
don't get to
already
know
said
about
I
it.
can come onto your.
You don't get to know about it
Club.
unless you're on the team. What stays on the team?
You already said I can come on the team.
What?
Whoa.
Did there?
I'm right there with Jay right now. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, that was
My wife-
worded
my
exactly
wife-
how I wanted it
My
to be
wife is
worded.
now off that team.
Oh,
You can't.
she's already part of the
Captain.
team.
She's team captain.
Oh God.
I did introduce the fantasy football members to Chi-Chi, Jacqueline
Yeah.
Mitchie down there. She is up for Maxim, an award plus. Dude, I didn't know it was 25 grand. She's up for 25 grand as well from Maxim.
Which she better share with all the
I was
people
gonna
that
say,
are voting
I
for.
voted for. I better at least get like $5.
Right?
Yeah, like,
Of course.
saying.
Right? Or at least.
Heaven forbid
body
you
shot
think
or
she actually has something to
Or
offer. You're
I'm
just
hoping
voting for
something
something
better.
back.
She was a great server today. She was awesome. She came out. She hung
That's
out
good.
with us. Yeah, no, she offered.
So
good
Cameron,
service.
my stepson,
Yeah.
he's like, "Hey, do you think I can go get a picture with her?" I'm like, "Dude,
That's
I'm
adorable.
like, dude, you could go straight ask her, and she would be honored to take a picture because that'd be like a little bit of a celebrity status for a bartender that is
I
going to
feel
be
like
in
it's
Maxim."
creepy
The
in
problem
some
is,
situations.
Nah,
the problem
love
is he's
it.
gonna walk up,
She's
pull out a
so
picture of her in a
sweet.
bikini, and being like, "Can you wear this?" And I get a picture with you.
It would be innocent, and she is so humble and loving. She would definitely love stuff like
Yeah,
that.
she did. She
And
took a
her
picture.
dance crew is doing really good this year. I still will never let her live that down.
Yep. Nobody gets that right now, Tach. You got to put some substance behind that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, when she was here on the show, when we did
Yeah,
the
you guys
four
decide-
girls, one show.
To have the girl episode when I'm in Italy.
Yeah.
Being
The one
kidnapped.
show I would have loved to
Right.
be on with a bunch of girls.
Right. And I know you would love that.
It would be wonderful.
Right.
You
So
guys
anyway,
would
she was
out.
here, and she looked like the way she was dressed. She had a ball cap on. She looked like she was in a dance crew, and I just kept giving her shit about it all night.
She had ripped jeans and like a
Ripped
tight
jean, yeah.
tummy shirt or
She
something.
looked like she
Yeah.
was just like a fly girl.
She
you
was
know?
getting ready to go
like-
do some DDR revolution.
Yes, hell yes. Oh. So anyway, check the show notes for a link to her voting. It's free to vote. You just use your Facebook profile. It doesn't post to your profile or anything like that. But go check the show notes for a link to MaximsFinest.com. In there, you'll see Jacqueline Mitchie, a.k.a. Chi-Chi. You'll see her link in there. And then go check out her Facebook, because if you want to see what you're voting for, she's got all of her pictures up on Facebook as well, and they're all open to the public. Yeah, there's some interesting photos in there. I'm surprised some of them are allowed to be put on Facebook, if you know what I mean. There's a few
She's
things.
adorable.
You won't believe what the third one looks like.
There's a few things that are showing that I don't think Facebook knows is exposed on there, but that's all right.
Like that. It's very tasteful.
Yeah, it's a tasteful nipple. Yes, I'll.
You
I'll
can give
agree
her
with that.
Very-
you can give her Living Podcariously stickers to help cover those up.
So I've
Or
already
we
thought about
don't.
that.
Living Podcariously
No.
pasties.
I've already thought about.
No, I
using
got
the
you. It's
stickers.
prime real
That's
estate
the
for
one
sure.
piece
Yes.
of merch that doesn't get sold.
No, only a select few get those.
Yeah. That's like Ron Jeremy's podcast.
Does he have a podcast?
I hope so.
Oh my God! Please tell me.
I
he
hope
does.
he's.
I'm gonna find out right now.
I hope he's
All
not
right,
too
all right.
busy.
Holy shit! I would tune into Ron Jeremy's podcast.
I'm still looking because he was on a few podcasts. You know what I mean? So, are we really waiting for me?
I was going to wait for you before I switch. I wanted to jump over to another topic, but I wanted to wait to see if you found anything on it.
I don't think he has one of his own.
You
No.
don't think?
No.
All right. Well, somebody needs to hit him up and get that going.
Another dream dash.
Or at least get them on the show.
That's what we would
Can
like
you
to do.
imagine
I've already said
gracing your leopard couch over here? I mean, I'm sure it's not the first leopard couch that Ron Jeremy's had ever
It's
been on.
like Ron Jeremy in a full on
this
Deadpool
for a
pose on the ladies' J's.
Dude, you have no idea how much of a man boner that's given me. I've actually invited him to do a Twisted 10. Never heard a fucking thing from his publicist, but I've invited him to do a Twisted 10 as
Maybe
well.
I should invite
That's
him.
adorable. He has a publicist.
Maybe.
Maybe I should invite him from my leopard.
That's the right term,
chase.
right? Publicist or PR person? It's publicist for his.
Well, it
level,
could
isn't
be agent, manager. It all depends
Agent
on
manager, soon to be ex-wife, whatever it is.
Somebody who takes
His
20%.
his dad. I don't know.
Just call it what it is. Somebody who takes 20%.
Agency. I don't know how busy he is. Maybe he can't afford the agent. It's just the agency. Whatever intern is tasked with him that day.
Jay, you guys recently went over. You and Raul and you guys went over to do an episode over at oneKaway, didn't you?
Yeah, we were at the oneKaway studio yesterday. That was a
Nice.
good time. We had some barbecue.
Yes, sir.
That char grilled chicken was fantastic.
Crispy
Yum.
chicken. Crispy chicken.
That was really
That
good though.
sounds
That was some
so
good teriyaki
good.
chicken. Ken, gracious host. Koko, thank you also for being as welcoming as you were. Yeah, Ken lives in a beautiful home. And it pisses me off that before you walk in, he always tells you, hey, excuse the mess.
Oh, God.
And then I walk in and I'm like, man, screw you. I thought I was going to walk into like this renovated place. I'm like, now I question my own housekeeping. Because this place is immaculate and you're excusing a mess.
No, Look, it's totally ridiculous because I'll walk in the studio and it's like, man, I haven't had a chance to clean it. And there's like one beer bottle and like a water bottle from the last time we recorded. And I'm like, all right.
Yep. Cool.
We're good. Yeah. No, we're all right here. Let's go. Let's hop onto it. And he's got the wipes and he's white. I'm like,
I understand, Ken. I know exactly how you feel.
I think I have a Coke or 2 cans upstairs that have been there for fucking 4 weeks. I don't. Yeah, I don't have that.
This is why I don't allow my kids to have food or drinks in the
I
room.
do game of water bottles on the
At
side of
all?
my bed. I just
in
build them up.
general? Just don't allow your kids to have food or drink.
Yeah, just that way it makes every room clean.
Man, I leave
That's fair.
I'll forget about a Coke can underneath a cabinet somewhere in like the bathroom or something.
Why would
it'll be there.
be under a cabinet?
In the bathroom.
It's in the bathroom.
You're taking a shit. I mean, you want a Coke, you want a little refreshment there.
But that's the best.
Why is it under the
I don't know. I'm kind of down with Tag over here because like that's the best way to make sure you know your kids are still alive and to get them out of the room maybe a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you can't have no food or drinks in there. So at least every couple hours, I'm gonna get to know that you're
Yeah,
still alive.
I have to see you actively eating.
I like that.
I'm still wondering why these cans of Cokes are underneath the bathroom sink.
That is weird.
But yes, no, it was really cool. Everybody had wives, girlfriends, kids were out, and that was a lot of fun. We recorded. We were guesting on their shows. They also did an episode of Pops On with us. So
Nice.
thank you again for that.
Oh,
Thank you
nice.
both.
And again, I apologize for Ken's lack thereof knowledge.
He
And-
said that Jim Carrey was married to Melissa McCarthy.
Oh,
What?
jeez.
Tack, did you get an invitation to this fun shindig?
Well, that's for Pops On, baby.
This is them two. That's
Look, I have already extended probably about 9 times today a formal invitation for you
Yeah.
guys to come
Yeah.
out at any point in
true.
time. You name the weekend. We are down.
To
We will
Ken's
come
house?
out. Yes.
Oh yeah.
We'll just show up
You-
tomorrow.
you ain't
Don't tell him though.
forget.
Don't tell him. We'll just show up tomorrow.
We
Look,
wanna
I
see the
guarantee
mess.
you show
Let's
up.
go
You
right
show up
now.
tomorrow, and like he'll be on the phone with me. Gonna get over here. We're recording.
It's 10:42. We could all just go there now and go snuggle up with them in bed.
wow, that
We'll
got
just all
weird.
curl up.
He'll
at
show
night.
you. He'll show you his special finger.
Yeah,
His
show-
special
yeah.
muscle on his finger.
He's got a special muscle he wants to show you.
Will his girl be there too? Sorry, maybe I shouldn't
That's
say
okay.
that.
We will all.
Jesus,
Hey, cut that out. Cut that out.
Dude, get some lotion.
I know.
Give him your
Tack-
tape.
Like,
Your
I'm
Kleenex.
now going to be questioned when I go back about what you meant by that.
Hey,
let's just cut that
Koko,
part out.
What did he mean with all that going on? No, because then he has to cut all of this out because then Ken won't know what we're making
No,
fun
it,
of.
it was quiet before I
Nah,
said
it was
that.
all right. It's fine.
As long as we
Ken
change
will
the subject
understand.
now, it'll be easy.
Ken will probably be flattered.
You probably would. So yeah.
Well, on that note, let's take a break and discuss how Tach's going to get his way out of that little hole he just dug himself into. All right, hang on. Check out a little bit of DJ. It's either Yusuf or Gil Lugo. I haven't edited yet, so one of those two DJs here in the break.
That's
And
what
check
You
out.
gotta make it. Just make a decision.
Just make one or do both.
Give it up for DJ Yusuf.
All right, so we're going to go with DJ Yusuf for this break and DJ Gil Lugo for the next one. How about that,
you have to.
you
Just say
motherfuckers?
one and then say the other and then choose it and edit it.
There you go.
We'll see you later, folks.
Village Idiot Pub. You locals know about it. You guys from out of town have to check them out.
Village Idiot Pub is now a proud sponsor with Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 podcasts.
It's more than just about commercials, though. The cast here will be taking our show on the road to Village Idiot to record some episodes as well as hold events. They have over 30 beers on tap, including ciders and Hefeweizen, my favorite, as well as hundreds of bottle choices.
Adam, you forgot my favorite, all the delicious wine. So get your friends together and enjoy the board games, puzzles, and the giant Jenga.
Let the owner, Jason, as well as the rest of the staff there, take excellent care of your beer drinking needs.
Mention either one of our shows to the staff and get 10% off your tab.
Tuesday is open mic, Wednesday is trivia, Thursday is karaoke, Friday and Saturday night are live music.
Visit them at 4 Harrison Street, Suite 103, Koko, Florida, or Village Idiot Pub on Facebook. And don't forget, they are a dog-friendly location, so bring your friends, family, and fur babies.
Attention all freaks.
it's Adam. If you enjoyed the content or the cast of Living Podcariously, be sure to check out the other show we produce. It's called The Twisted 10. Each week, a host or a guest host takes over the show and brings their own unique and original top 10 list to the show. Here's a few examples. Top 10 crazy religious practices. Top 10 sexual fetishes. Twisted Guinness World Records. Top 10 possible human extinction events. And my personal favorite, top 10 best or worst infomercial products. As you can see, the content is all over the place for the show. However, it is a lot of fun to produce, and we hope you like it. As always, thanks for listening.
All freaks.
Welcome back to Living Podcariously.
Is there a W in that word?
I just went right into Elcom.
It
Didn't
sounded
I?
like he cut himself off.
Yeah.
It was just a bad edit. I'll blame it on me editing poorly. How about that?
Okay.
So we talked a little bit about this in the break, and I want to bring up on the show because this is a project that Tach is working on. So for our listeners, Tach does a lot of things. So he does all the video editing that we have. So both the animation as well as any of the times we take videos in here of a performer that happens to come in and play for us.
Indeed.
All the mashups of video and matching the sounds that we record on our equipment. Tach does all of that. So he's got a background in that, and it's really cool. But you and Eric a long time ago, and Jimmy, worked on a short movie called what was the name of that you and Eric did? Compound or something like? No.
But it was creepy.
Oh, well, whatever. It was spooky.
Let's just say it was a series of horror shorts, I guess.
Yeah. Horror shorts.
Blair Witch style.
Not so much. It was more. We'll send you a link. We'll put it in the show notes of this episode too, but I'll send you the link, Matt, so you can take a look at it. It's really good. They're good. They're really well done, well shot, well acted, well choreographed, the whole 9 yards.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, it's kind of doing a personal shout out because Tain't Funny. We just our first episode came back up, dropped today. So we've been on hiatus for over a year. We haven't put anything out, but we finally got the band back together again, so to speak. Anyway, we discussed this on that show as well. So. We talk a little bit more about that on that show.
All
so
right.
check out the new Tain't Funny for that.
But you are now doing something brand new.
Yes. Well, it's me and Jimmy. We had written a script probably like 2-3 years ago now. It's a drama. It's called 14. And it's a short. It'll probably be like maybe 20-30 minute long. So it's kind of long for a short, but
I see what you did there. Kind of long for a short.
Yeah. That's what I tell girls. No, it's just short. Anyway, it's kind of a passion project. It's me and Jimmy have been best friends since I was 12 years old. So, and when he was 14, his father passed away from cancer, and so this story is about that. It's about friendship and loss and all that, and it's just the main two characters are the two 14-year-olds. Well, the main character is actually, I guess, would be me, my character, or my real life, because it's more from the best friend's point of view of the whole story and just how he deals with his friend losing his father, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So it's kind of a passion project, and that's what it's about. It's a drama.
And you guys are taking this very seriously. You've already scouted.
Very serious.
You've scouted locations. You've Jimmy's looking at applying for permits for getting some drone footage.
Yeah, we're gonna get some drone. It's all about production value. So yeah, we got some great drone footage that we're gonna use that we've already done screen tests with, and it looks amazing. The script is finally finished. Right now, we're just scouting locations, and we're eventually going to storyboard and then start auditioning, which we want Andrea to read for a part.
I'd love to read the script.
He has it.
Yeah, we've got it.
I sent it to him, or actually Jimmy sent it to him a while
Well,
back.
I'll give it to you later tonight.
This is the same conversation
How
you guys had last
how
week.
long ago was this that you gave it to him?
You had the same
you know what I did,
conversation
man.
last week.
And I still
You
haven't
said,
seen
I
it.
want a script. I said, he has a script. And he goes,
Yeah.
you said, how come I didn't get a script yet? And he goes, I don't know. I haven't even looked at it yet.
Yeah.
And I keep saying this. I'm hoping someday, because maybe I should beat him.
No, spank me.
So then we want to audition, and we have a few for your role, Andrew. We have you and another woman.
Does she have red hair too?
No. We have
That's good.
so we're looking at two of you for that role. But I think whoever doesn't get the main role of the woman, there's also a smaller role too.
Well, I know if I don't get it, it's just because I'm just too young and beautiful.
Might be it. And that's actually one of the factors is you may look too young for the part. So
And yet I'm old enough for it, which is weird, huh?
kinda. Yeah, I guess you
I'm
are.
old enough to have a 14-year-old
That's
kid.
true. But you look young, and that's the it's all about how you look. I don't know if you know about this, but like the film industry is really
Jay, is
based
he
on
hitting
looks.
Is he hitting my wife over here?
Keep stroking the ego.
What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
What's
anymore.
going on?
What are you talking about?
Are you guys flirting? Wait, what's
What?
I'm talking about being his mother.
Tach, you look too young. Even though you're 30, 42, you look like you're.
I'm not 42. What are you
42.
talking about?
He's not. He's young.
But yes, and also, Adam, you've also been drafted as well.
Yeah.
So Adam is going to be doing all the production sound.
I have a good enough
the film,
face
so.
to act in his show or in his short as the sound guy.
Have you seen his acting skills?
He's got a face for radio and a
Face for
voice for
radio.
silent movies.
He's done something at Surfside, and he's auditioning for another show. So
Listen to her pimping me out over here.
And he's working on his singing.
yes, he's
We'll-
taking voice lessons. I mean, he's going to become a triple threat here.
We'll cover that in a little bit, but yeah, Adam is now taking voice lessons for singing. Yes.
So anyway, so the we're going to get in production hopefully soon, and we will obviously I'll keep giving updates.
Do you have any slots that you're looking for other people to audition for? Are there any?
We're looking for
Because if our listeners are interested, if anybody's interested in doing a short movie,
You're not listed on Backpage, are you? That's not the kind of acting you want.
well the
Casting
main
couch calls.
the main two characters are two 14-year-old boys, and
you definitely want to keep that off Backpage.
we would love to get 18-year-olds that look 14 that would be preferred, but
Well, so would a lot of other guys. But
that was awesome.
We want to keep all of this off of Backpage.
That was pretty good. But,
are you 18 but look 14? Call this number now.
I would love to see your fucking ad
This
stick
ad
out on
brought-
Craigslist for that. Yeah.
This
No,
ad
wait.
brought to you by NAMLA.
no, the way that it'll say
Normally, isn't it the other way around? Like, we're looking for 14-year-olds that look 18. Hey.
No, the way it'll be worded like we need somebody that looks 14. It's just, that's it.
That's not better.
But they
It
can't.
is because they could be 16, they could be 12, but as long as they look 14, that's all that matters.
But what does 14 look like?
When you see it, I guess. I don't know.
As long as you're not standing outside like the middle schools and high schools going, hey, you look about the right age. Come here, I need to talk to you.
Come here.
Hey, kid, come here. You want to make some money?
Hey, I got
you
a bag
start
of
a
dum
movie.
dums. Here, have a lollipop while
I
I
want
talk
you
to
to
you.
start a movie for me.
Come get in my white van with no windows, please.
So we're looking
that's
for two 14-looking-year-old boys. We're also looking for, here comes two teenage girls as well.
Sure.
But they have a very small part. It's just towards the end.
How old are they?
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Roughly the same age. And
I don't know what 14 looks like, though.
well, imagine it. I don't know how old.
14
my son?
Yeah, how old your son?
14-year-old girls look
13.
20 now.
There you go.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They don't.
I said 14-year-old girls look 20 now. Like,
Yeah. And the two women, and we're also going to be maybe looking for a guy in his roughly our age, just for a picture. So we don't know yet. But,
Okay.
So
You, Adam.
This is not getting better. None of this is getting better.
it's going to be good. You'll see.
No, Tach, that's cool. That's you guys. When you guys put your heads together, you guys come up with some really cool products. You, Jimmy, Eric. The whole group that you work with.
Yeah, Eric also is involved. He's going to be running camera too with me.
are you guys
Nice.
looking for like a nationality behied them?
No.
Okay.
No.
No specific.
He only
got
wants
it.
14-year-old Cambodian boys. It's really weird.
Hey, they'll work a hell of a lot for very cheap.
Oh, it's all going to be free. I'm not paying anybody.
Yeah, this is just to get ropes, to get some experience. Yes, that's all. That's all this is
If
going to
they're
be.
I can teach you
lucky, I'll
about life,
feed you.
young man.
Cambodian boys, it is.
Yep.
I'll feed you on set. That's about it.
No, that's cool, man. Let us know what we can do to help promote it, support it. What's the word I'm looking for? Share the message. Get whatever. We'll
Gotcha.
support it in any way that we possibly can. So
Thank you. Thank
No.
you.
yeah, man.
You are a sound guy.
Yeah, I am a sound guy. Yeah, that's
I see what you did there.
that's very true.
Double.
Matt, what did you do? This is a horrible segue, but I'm going to jump from one thing to another. Did you do anything special for the eclipse?
I worked I would think I'm not going to say 90% of everyone else, because you would turn on the TV and you would just see fields of people.
Oh yeah.
But actually Ken actually drove out to Georgia and he got right in the path. They went out there. They ended up at a zoo out there. They were trying to find glasses, couldn't find glasses, and ended up at the zoo that had a ton of glasses. So they were in the zoo in Georgia for the full-on effect of the eclipse.
Nice.
And he's got a bunch of videos and stuff that he did where like the animals right prior to it were going nuts.
Really?
Like going crazy because of what was happening at that certain time of day, and just all this, like he just recorded the sound of everything going nuts. Like it was eerily quiet, and then all of a sudden just everything just started going nuts at the same time.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know it came as far south as Georgia. I thought it was South Carolina.
Or maybe South Carolina then. South
Was it
Carolina.
South- okay.
Yeah. So he drove up wherever the hell it was. I stayed in Florida, so I don't know where. I just know that he was there. I saw the videos. It was full of.
It was considerably disappointing.
It was a bit underwhelming here. Yeah.
I was hoping we set up so Josh and my son and I set up on that little ledge right there behind where your wife is sitting. We set up our cameras and did time lapse. So I wanted to see. I knew we wouldn't really see a remarkable difference in daytime to light time. However, maybe over time lapse, I thought, okay, we
I
might
did the
capture
exact
it.
same thing.
It kind of crescent mooned here.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know about you guys. I noticed the
I saw
temperature
it.
drop right away. 'Cause
Oh,
I was
yeah,
just
yeah.
I was just outside of my lunch break. I
Definitely.
came back
We were in
outside.
the
It was like
pool.
20 degrees cooler.
Yeah, we were sitting in the pool the whole time. And guess what? We never saw a change in light.
Didn't see
Yeah?
We
anything.
didn't see shit.
So we did see a change in light because where I was at work in Orlando, it had actually got really cloudy and stormed like right when it started, and then the clouds cleared and it was bright, and then you looked back outside again, and we thought it was going to rain again. We're like, oh crap, we're going to miss it. And we went back outside, and it was, no clouds in the sky, and we looked up.
It
with
looked
glasses.
eerie outside.
Yeah.
I thought it just looked eerie.
Yeah, it definitely. I saw
It
change.
was
weird.
It looked like a light overcast. With
Yeah.
the
It
light
wasn't
dimming.
as cool as it was when I was in grade
Yeah, it was
school.
neat to like put your arm like in the sunlight, and you're like, I feel no temperature difference. Like,
Yeah.
it was because it wasn't warm. It was just weird.
I didn't experience. I believe you. I didn't experience that. I was considerably disappointed. I was hoping for a little bit more of a change in light
Yeah.
for my kids. Because if I didn't know it was going to be that lackluster, I might have actually driven up to South Carolina as well.
Yeah, me too.
Aw, did you say my kids?
I did.
Aw.
It was funny. It was me and Andrea and both kids, and we were just sitting in the pool the whole time for
It's
it.
like kids with a Z or an S.
Always.
Oh, don't you start with that shit. That is for the next show, sir.
But so not everywhere in the U.S. where the eclipse occurred had the smartest people, and we've all seen the picture of our president staring directly at the sun.
The idiot in chief.
Yeah, from the White
I haven't
House.
seen it.
He's blatantly looking right at the sun without any eye protection at all. Now he only glances, but of course when they take the picture, he's staring. But
Why does that matter?
well, because the sun is very damaging to your eyes.
Because
And if
if
you
you
But why do
literally-
I care?
Because there was the media was screaming about it for like a
Wait.
week.
Because
and a
it's in reference for the
But-
person who's leading our country, who after everyone is telling not to look at the sun,
But
on how
who-
they delayed all the schools from
Right.
letting the kids out because they were worried about liability issues.
my son was horrified to be outside during the eclipse.
the school
That's
scared
how
him so much.
Yeah.
Wait, but who's
I was like,
leading
nothing's
our
gonna happen.
country?
What?
Who's leading our country?
Who do you think is leading our country?
So why do I care?
I don't know.
What are you're bringing the show to a completely, what are you talking about over there? Continue. No, continue.
This is
I
the
don't want to
song that
continue about it
never
because we don't need to
ends.
talk about it. We don't need to talk about Trump because why?
This really isn't about Trump. I was using him as an
It
example.
was just a quick reference that we are
I
now
was
5 minutes
being
into.
silent
Yeah.
because I didn't want to talk about it. That was the point.
She
of
was
me
being- she was being
silent.
funny.
You were being silent.
silent, huh? I think we've got some proof of opposite of that. Anyway, citizens in Columbus, Ohio are dumber than what our president did by looking directly at the sun. Citizens of Columbus, Ohio, in the hospitals there, they had multiple cases. This isn't just one, but multiple cases of eyes that had to be treated. I heard about this. Not from blindness from the sun or anything like that, but from patients that were directly lubricating their eyes with sunscreen.
What?
Directly
What?
on the eyeballs. Somehow, somebody in Columbus, Ohio got a word out that you can protect your eyes by just putting sunscreen, like high-end sunscreen, like SPF 80 or whatever, directly on your eyeballs.
That wasn't because of the eclipse. That was because
no.
they were tired of looking at that Cleveland blew a 3-1 lead to the Cubs. They were tired of seeing that the Indians were up 3-1 against the Cubs and lost the fucking World Series.
And
That's what
all,
happened.
all over the
Sports
world,
reference.
Michigan fans rejoiced.
That's ridiculous. ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, no shit. That's I had to reread it because I really legitimately thought it was an Onion article, fake like a spoof news
Yeah.
article.
No.
But no, it was fucking legitimate as hell.
You are a special kind of stupid. You are a flat Earth kind of stupid.
You are a Columbus, Ohio type of stupid.
Columbus could just fall of. Give it to Canada. Fuck it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was completely taken aback. I didn't know what to think. I legitimately thought it was some fake news.
Because I heard about that. That was a widespread thing. That wasn't like a brother and his sister, where it was localized to a family of idiots. No. This was like citywide, all over the place, multiple cases.
What about the do not get in your eyes part that's on the bottle?
No. But the guy on YouTube told me it was okay.
Look, first
And
off,
you
if
put
they
it
were
on
putting it
his
in their
eyes.
eyes, they sure as hell couldn't read that they weren't supposed to.
Did the guy on YouTube put it in his eyes?
I'm assuming anyone dumb enough to put it in their eyes isn't smart enough to know how to read.
I'm also assuming that there was a local political leader that said if you can't afford the glasses, to go ahead and put a little sunscreen in your eyes and you'll be okay.
Well, I want to know exactly where it came from too. I want to know where that started because it wasn't just a bunch of people randomly doing something
there's
together.
no way. If it's outside of the number of like 10 to 15 people that did it, especially in that condensed area,
That's exactly right.
There was a billboard out. There was something like some dude was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck with the entire community. I'm gonna go post a billboard right in downtown.
And God
Like,
bless
you can't
that
get the
man
glasses.
because we're thinning the herd.
Some master lawyer who figured out how to get a bunch of lawsuits against Coppertone.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Andrea? Should we put that in our eyes next time? Yeah, you want to? You give it a shot. I hear it feels good.
Would it be the first lube you've ever had in your eyes?
Wait, was that from me? Hang on a minute.
Bull, kind of.
Oh, all right. I'd say no, but all right. We're gonna take another break in studio. This time you're gonna hear DJ Gil Lugo. During the
good,
break.
good.
Look at you making a call.
That's right.
Like a big boy.
That's right. Get my big boy pants on. All right, guys. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, Tach, you ever have that conversation with your girl about where to eat dinner and it always turns into that back and forth? I don't know, you pick.
Yeah, every once in a while, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got an answer for you next time that comes up.
Oh, yeah? We're at...
The Salty Fox in Melbourne off of O'Galley Boulevard.
Oh, nice. You know, I've actually been there, and the food was pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, it was. They offer a great selection of paninis, shareable appetizers, soups and salads, and one of the best desserts I've ever had, the Funky Monkey.
Oh, yeah. My favorite was the vintage options. They got this meal called ramen noodle on crack. You just got to try it out.
Done. That's definitely what I'm getting next time.
Put the fun between your legs at the Salty Fox every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. with the O'Galley Arts District Bike Crawl.
It's a 4-mile bicycle ride down Pineapple Avenue with stops for food and beer all along the route. Be sure to visit the Salty Fox every Sunday for brunch from 11 to 4.
Hey, isn't that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Sure is. Enjoy your brunch while the Salty Fox's DJ spins throwbacks and top 40 hits.
Salty Fox is located in the downtown O'Galley Art District on O'Galley Boulevard.
Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/saltyfoxmelbourne or online at thesaltyfox.net.
Hey, listeners, be sure to mention you heard about the Salty Fox on our show, and you'll get 10% off your meals.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women send in questions to show@livingpodcariously.com for Adam, Tach, and Jay to give brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really? Hey, Tach, is that the best name we could come up with?
Yeah, just go with it.
Aw, I think it's adorable.
Can we man up the music a little bit or something?
I got you, buddy.
All right, our Guyry is very interesting tonight. While we were at the Salty Fox, I took a piece of paper and went around to everyone around the bar. Well, the women around the bar.
Yeah.
And just got some questions that they would like.
Did you happen to drop off my phone number to any of those?
All of them.
Dude, this
Jordan-
this downtown O'Galley, be careful. with
Jordan
that
wasn't
next
there.
to.
Tach, Jordan wasn't there.
Jordan wasn't there. It's all right.
Chi-Chi
There's other
was.
girls. Yeah.
She's single.
All right, so the first one is, what do you like most from a girl in bed?
That she's there?
Yeah.
A willingness to
Yes.
experiment.
Interesting.
So are we talking sexually, or are we talking
The cuddling
just in general?
conversation? I don't know.
Yeah, nobody wants conversation. You know what's sexual? It's a woman in bed.
All right. Yeah.
The oral
Unless
skills.
that's what you
Yeah.
like best. Just whatever you like best.
I like a woman who can cuddle and hold a conversation at 3 a.m. with a raging heart on burning between my legs.
That's sweet. It's really nice.
It's safe.
What do I like the most about a woman in bed? Jay answered that pretty damn well, to be honest, when he first said it. Somebody
What,
who's
a willingness to experiment?
yeah,
Yes, honey.
explorative, or it's somebody who's willing
Somebody
to
who's
do
not
things.
prude.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Hey, listen, baby. Listen, it's only weird the first time.
Like I was with a girl one time, and
It's only the first time once.
I was with a girl one night, and she had said that she doesn't give head. She was like, she looked disgusted by it.
Okay,
She's
see you
like,
later.
no, I don't do that.
That's fine.
I went out with her.
I don't do either.
That was the only night I went
I'm
out
all right
with
with as long as she doesn't want to play Nickelback during it, then I'm fine. If she starts saying, "Oh my God, can you play anything with Nickelback? Put your clothes on.
you see that
Get the
Nickelback
fuck out of my
video?
house." Was
You
that?
see that Nickelback viral videos going around?
No.
They were playing some show somewhere overseas, and on their second song, and the whole crowd was just booing them the whole time. And then the band stops, and he's like, "Is anybody in here a Nickelback fan?" And everybody's like, "Boo!" And they goes, "All right, fine, we're done."
Who are they opening for?
And then they basically told the crowd, "Fuck you," and flicked them off, and they all walked off stage.
And then collected their big ass paycheck as
Yeah.
they did.
Of course
no,
they
but
did,
seriously,
yeah.
it was
No, they
Nickelback. So
probably
who are
lost
they
the
opening for?
contract.
They weren't
I don't know.
headlining.
I don't know. Obviously not.
They're
If the
not
whole
getting- they're not
crowd was there
getting- yeah, they're
booing
not
them.
Jay, this is
Booed
probably
it.
going to totally piss you off, but years ago I went to a Nickelback concert. With
Did you
them
go
as the
there out of?
headliner.
I went
Did you
to
go there
in
out of
West
spite?
Palm.
I went there because my sisters were fan, but it was also opened by Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace.
Hell yeah, I love Breaking Benjamin.
I went in West
So,
Palm
and we
with
actually got to go. I won a contest where we got to go backstage and we got to meet Breaking Benjamin with my sisters.
I met
She
Breaking
got the
Benjamin
autographed shirt.
too.
They were huge. It was more they were huge fans of Breaking Benjamin and 3 Days Grace. But the best part about it was we got rushed down to go meet Breaking Benjamin. So we went backstage. They had just come off doing their show. Nickelback was about to come on. So they got autographs, pictures, everything like that. Then they rushed us out onto the floor level right in front of the stage. So we got to see Nickelback come on. And I'm about 20 or 21 at this point. My youngest sister, Mary, I'm going to say is like 12 or 13. And so Nickelback comes on stage. And they start doing they start opening up their show. And next thing you know, like there's girls right to the left of the stage, to the right of the stage, lifting their shirts up, titties all flopping out. And I'm going, yeah. And then I look at my little sister going, no, let's go. Get the fuck out of here. and the craziest thing is they had Tiger Woods there, Roger Clemens there.
Yeah, this is a recipe for disaster.
And
Yeah,
they
no
were there.
shit.
They were there shooting off fucking shirt cannons
Yeah.
on stage for the concert. I mean, I'm sure Tiger Woods was shooting off a lot more that night too, but
Only if there was a Denny's close by.
yeah, right.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Andrea. Go ahead.
Okay. Have you ever gotten poop on your dick during anal?
Well, if you do anal, do you automatically get poop on your
Yeah,
dick?
no, once.
Not always. But
I mean, I've never
have,
had
yeah.
visual poop. I'm not really big on anal. I mean,
No.
kind of hurts.
Just
catch that?
I bet it does.
I mean, I don't like giving. I've only done it a few times. I don't really care for it.
He doesn't like giving; he likes receiving. Yeah.
Yeah, it happened once, and I was highly upset. I felt very disrespected. It was because it was bad. It was bad. There was.
What are we talking about?
I'm never the same. Has there ever been poop on your dick?
Oh,
Not
okay,
over
okay.
anal.
I wasn't sure if that's what
it,
you were
was
talking
just
about.
really disrespectful what happened. And
You
I
look
was-
like you
How is that
needed like a session.
disrespectful?
huh?
How is that disrespectful?
Because it's one thing if it was like, maybe the pipes weren't totally clean. This was like she had no business allowing that to happen. Like she should have very clearly said, whoa, not right now.
So what you're referencing, it wasn't just like a little smudge you found afterwards.
No, there
Like,
was a movement.
You
There was a-
you totally changed skin colors down there.
It was a movement. Like it was like it was a sec. It was
Did it
like the
look
number.
bigger? Oh, sorry, that was bad.
It was a number 2
Sorry.
movement of a symphony is what happened. And
Oh, Jay looked like he stuck a white paintbrush in a black paint,
Gross.
brown paint can.
yeah,
Gross.
it was.
I told a story, Jay. I don't know if you remember this, but I told a story on this show during its original iteration, and I'll probably come back to it here soon.
Is
I
this
won't tell the
why
whole.
you
I won't-
have these stories?
Yes, I won't tell the whole story this time. However, I had an experience, and Yeah, it got pretty
My
bad,
response was, "Why do you have stories like this?"
Yeah, it was so bad
yeah.
that I got that at a Tach. But Tach and I are going to revisit that, by the way, on LPGC.
I'm waiting on it, man.
Yeah, we're going to revisit that on the Living Podcariously Gentlemen's Club bonus shows for Patreon subscribers.
Indeed.
That deserves a plug bell.
I can't reach it.
Oh, okay. So look for that in the future. But yes, the answer to that
Tach just
question,
T-Rex
yes, I
arm
have. It was not good.
T-Rex.
It's like that alligator paying for dinner
But
in the
not
commercial.
from me.
No, not from you. Well,
I
you don't
don't
poop. So
Exactly.
known her for a year and a half. She's never shit once.
My grandma never has either.
That lasted
My
about a year and a
grandfather
half in
was
my
married to her
relationship,
for
too.
60 years. He said she never
I
pooped.
walked into that imaginary wall that one time, and I was like, "Yep."
No, that first time you walk into the bathroom after her and it smells like Lysol.
No. It didn't smell like Lysol. I wish it smelled like Lysol. I'd be like, "You must have been saving that up for a year and a half."
That's so mean.
Like, baby, it smells like Lysol. Ew! What did you do? Something, and she looks at me, something unladylike. Mm.
That was just something in the pipes. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
My
Right.
lovely lady dumps.
Gross. Next.
I almost want to know who these girls were that asked these questions now. I know everybody down there.
I'm
so I
wondering
wanna
if they
know.
progressively get worse based on the amount of mimosas they were drinking as we get further down that
That's a
list.
great question.
Like, you should write your question and how many drinks you've had.
Why do you like going down on a girl? Her pleasure or taste?
never
That's
ta-
weird. Yeah,
It's
not
very
like
rarely
taste.
ever taste.
No.
It's never
Like-
a
like-
desirable taste.
like
You're
never.
I want a popsicle flavored like that. No, that's not.
Well,
The person who asked this question prefers women.
oh, I see what you. All right.
I think
He's
always.
got
Wait a second,
really
there's-
excited.
Well, no, there's two girls that I know about, and well,
My answer to
Is
that
it-
is always to please the girl.
Yes.
I get happier. I'm not saying I get off on it, but I get happier when I go down there and you get pleasure from it. It makes me happy. It makes me feel satisfied. It's never for the flavor, ever. The taste
flavor is never a thing.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
no.
We need to have follow-up reverse questions for us to be able to ask the women in return.
do
since
that.
we're
Oh, we do that.
We do
We'll-
occasionally,
We'll
yeah.
flip it around.
Oh, okay.
Why,
in
you want
this-
to know about dick sucking?
I would
It's
love
not
to
for
learn
the
about dick
taste.
sucking.
Yeah.
It's never for the taste.
I'm more interested in is after your man does that, will you kiss him afterwards?
Wait, what? Oh,
The
go
reverse Guyry. Here it is.
This
Yeah.
is a
So we've
reverse
got two
guy?
ladies in the studio right now. So yes, answer that question.
Sure.
I've never had a
That
girl
was
that would.
anticlimactic.
I mean, I'm not
I've
like,
never had a
oh,
girl-
yeah, give me a big kiss after. But I mean, I'm not like, oh, no way, Jose. It's
Oh no, I get the. You can see her shaking her head
Then that's
right
the
now.
then that's the first one I've ever met that was like that.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Here we go. We're gonna get her to speak.
I don't want to taste myself. I just don't.
See, look. Do I kiss you after you've done it to me?
No.
No. If I have all the way, but if I have not, then do I? Yes. So I'm.
but
will-
yours is
Sure.
outside.
Then it's just skin. It don't matter.
Women are inside. You're outside.
Look, there's
skin.
sometimes a little premature.
Yeah.
Little
stuff.
something gets in
Pre-cum.
there.
We like to call it pre-cum.
Is it true, ladies, if guys eat like strawberries or some type of fruit that the flavors
It's true
change?
for anyone.
The flavor does change. It does.
Really?
For anyone.
I'm gonna start eating a lot more chocolate mousse.
Like, what's your favorite candy, baby? I got you.
I'm gonna throw a couple Sour
might
Patch
get-
Kids down there.
I might gain 30 pounds real quick, but it's gonna taste like awesome for you,
Baby, you've gained a little weight. It's all for you, baby.
It's gonna taste worse.
You find out later.
Anything that'll sit in your gut and rot is gonna make it taste better. Worse.
Wait, what?
worse.
Tastes worse with meat.
Worse. Meat.
So
makes it
just
worse.
sweets,
She
sugars.
enjoys the taste of death.
anything
Fresh.
salty or things like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
salty
you want
garlic.
like pineapple would be.
I heard
something
pineapple's
good
like
to
the
get
main
better.
one.
Pineapple is the main thing from everything that I've heard.
Really, I love me some pineapple too. So hey, well, there we go. We got
Pineapple
we'll
is
test
like
this.
the greatest fruit
I'm gonna become a
ever made.
Hawaiian pizza fan. I'll tell you what.
Thank you.
So a pineapple on pizza is a thumbs up here, or what?
No.
No, you know, I love pineapple on pizza. I
I'll
love
order it
I
and
love-
then pick it off.
I love pineapple, but not on pizza. I like my pineapple to be cold.
Look, I'll be honest. I can eat like one slice of it. Like if somebody's got it, I'll eat one slice
Yeah.
just to kind of offset maybe if I'm eating like a supreme pizza too or something like that. But like I can't just order. Like I'm not going to be like, oh great, you can even have it on special. Hey, today only half off on pineapple pizza. Great, let me get a supreme.
Can I get that
Yeah.
pizza without the pineapple?
Yeah.
I just picked the pineapple off. The juice is okay, but the pineapple's a little too much.
Yeah, I used to work at Domino's, and pineapple is like the top 3 most common toppings.
Yeah, it's
pretty-
easier just to swallow the juice, get it over with. All right.
There's a "that's what she said" somewhere right there.
Oh yeah.
That's what your dad said.
Next mimosa question.
Why do you hide jerking off? Do you really think no one knows?
Hide it.
No, first of all, we know that everybody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, I just met these two today, and I'm sure they know that I've jerked off recently.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's a
Somebody had to say it was the elephant. in the
pre-show
room.
ritual.
He was here earlier. It was in that chair. So, yeah.
Thought it felt like a nice and
It's a very
It's a great leather cleaner.
yeah. I was gonna say it's a moisturizer for the leather. Yeah, the conditioner.
So, what's the actual question?
Why do we hide it?
Nobody? Well, we don't.
None of us hide it. I don't think.
Well,
I mean, I don't exactly want to be out in public doing it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there while you're like, cooking breakfast. Like, oh hey babe, just spanking it. Like, hey, so how'd you
that's-
sleep?
that's
Yeah?
weird.
or you're laying
very cool.
or you're laying in bed next to me, like going through Facebook, and I'm sitting there. Yep.
It's intimate. It's the same reason that girls usually, stereotypically, wouldn't want to do it. They would prefer doing it in the privacy of their bedroom or whatever. It's the exact same reason.
I think there's also a difference there too, because if a girl was laying next to me doing it, like if my wife was laying next to me and started twiddling her ditties,
That means we want to get some.
and that means you're gonna get some if you start doing that right next to me. But if I'm sitting there, stroking it, it's a little bit different. For
Sometimes I just need that minute with myself.
yeah.
Yeah, I always say that jerking off for guys isn't like a replacement for sex.
You show me
It's
a
kind of a
man.
stress relief.
Yeah, I'll
You
agree
show
with
me
that.
a man that doesn't shake the bed when he masturbates. I'll show you a man who's been married for 20 minutes. Because, ladies, if you think he's not doing it in bed next to you, and
Next to you?
Oh my God, I've never done that.
I've never done that.
I've never done that.
Yeah, I've never done it in
That
bed.
makes no sense.
I've done it in bed.
Yeah,
but I've
me
never
neither,
done it in bed
guys.
when her laying next.
me neither.
No,
You have when they're next to you. Why would you?
it's for those times like, hey, I'm going to the store, or hey, I'm going to go check the mail. It's like that's your
Check the mail.
You're doing it.
Damn, dude,
You're giving the mailman a surprise.
you can knock one out quick.
No, I was
He's
just
got that
saying as a
mailman from
joke.
Chuck and Larry. I always come in the back and I'm very discreet.
I always know because the door's locked when I get home. I'm like, seriously?
Well, I got to hear you coming
My arms
in.
are full of groceries. Can you please not lock the door in the middle of the day? Jesus, we know what's going on. Just keep the door unlocked.
you see how big his computer monitor is.
Wow, I got bad eyes.
He hangs upside down from the ceiling
He's got
fan.
plenty of time by the time I
He's
walk
got a
in the
unicorn
door.
doll pressed up against his head.
No,
I
it's
s-
not fooling anyone when the door is locked.
I straight up David Carradine it up in this bitch. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh Jesus! He's hanging from the rooftop and everything else.
It's like, why
belt
is the door
around his
locked?
neck
Oh, I don't know. I just lock it behind me. I'm like, you don't ever lock the
You
door
yell,
behind
you yell kung fu as you finish, like kung fu. Undo this belt quick.
Yeah, make sure the belt loosened up.
I wonder if that last tug he actually was able to climax before dying. I know that's morbid, but I wanted to know that. Did
Just
he at least
unlock
complete?
the door.
I
when you're
want to
done.
know if kung fu is what he yelled as he did it.
Why over the last couple days am I worried about people knowing if other people completed? Like I have been in show hell with this for the last couple days.
That's a good
All
question.
right, while we're on this one kind of goes with this. What is your favorite thing to masturbate into?
What do you mean into?
A girl?
Yeah. A mouth.
Yeah, like if I have a preference, then yes, like yeah, a
any
nice
girl.
set of tits, like
So if you're just masturbating and it's not oral or regular sex, so we're just purely masturbating, the person wants to know what we masturbate into.
I have
A
a
towel? I don't
I have a pocket pussy.
Is that why you run out of
Yes.
towels so fast?
Yes.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty realistic.
Never used one of those
Really?
before.
You should.
Can you bring it so I can see it?
No.
What's that thing called?
beat up? It's disgusting
Zach's
right
single right now, so you don't want to see that.
now. I fear it may be pregnant.
I was gonna say it might impregnate you.
That's not even fair.
Oh yeah, you might get pregnant if you even touch it. It's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Something to throw away?
What is it? A
The
fifi
shower.
that they call it in
you know
prison?
what? The shower. I'll answer
what?
that question
A
with the
fifi?
shower.
Is that what they call it back in in
Is
prison?
that why the shower?
One of those
is so
homemade
hard?
ones.
What is it?
Is it a fifi that they call it in prison?
I have no idea.
None of us have been to prison.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, I look terrible. In
Just kidding. Nah, me neither, guys.
Tim, you're on a roll with those today.
Shit.
All right, what's your favorite hole?
A wet one.
18th. No.
I'd venture to even say moist.
one that says yes.
Yeah. One that consents.
So if it says yes, that would be mouth.
Yeah. I go for pussy.
My favorite hole is gonna for sure be just vaginal intercourse.
I'm
yes.
sorry, vaginal
Vaginas.
intercourse. I didn't mean to be so crass.
Vaginas are your favorite hole.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jay,
Yeah.
you have a favorite hole?
Anyone that'll let me.
Just any hole.
Yeah.
Ear hole, nose
I'll let you,
hole,
Jay.
eyes.
Hole
My
in a
favorite
tree
hole?
outside.
Yeah, now hold on. Look, it just needs to be moist and willing.
Favorite porn?
I'll let you, Jay.
Ooh.
Favorite
Like
porn?
porn category or actual porn movie?
Just favorite porn.
Maybe stick with categories here.
Yeah,
Sure.
stick category.
Category.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't watched a porn with the title in years.
Massage. Mine's easy. Massage porn. That's super easy for me to answer. That is a go-to for sure. Going to get me where I need to be. Massage porn.
Free porn.
Oh yeah,
Free
I
porn.
love free
Any of it?
porn.
Free is good.
Not okay, so not dominatrix, but girl kind of like taking charge. They can like
Ooh, okay.
yeah. Kind
There's
of
a whole series on. I've always fucked up the acronym, but women in clothes where they're doing horrible things to guys.
No, see, I don't
You
want.
might-
I,
is that
no,
the
no,
kind of
no,
shit?
no, no.
Are you
I
talking
want
cucking?
where like she's like telling me like do this to me, do that to me. You know, she's on top, she's in control.
So a passive guy and a dominant female.
Yes.
Not necessarily dominatrix, but a dominant
Correct.
female. All right. I'll give that a shot on your recommendation.
It's nice to be able to sit back every once in a while and just have them go take full control.
Yeah, I agree with that. What about you guys? Just free? Do you have a category?
I kind of like cam models. That's kind of
cam
fun.
models.
Yeah.
All right.
What is it?
Cam models.
Oh, cam
like
models.
webcam.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
this little thing on your laptop tack that has a light on it. It's got a little piece of glass.
Yeah,
It lights
hopefully that light's off when you're doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Nobody
It's not.
wants to see that.
He leaves Skype open all the time.
So we've actually done a porn episode before, and it's funny as hell because it's like they were talking about favorite porn actresses. We're like, I don't take the time to learn their names. Like, I don't want to know their
Who
names.
does that anymore?
Well, you have Ashley Alban, and then you have
Dakota Sky.
Dakota Sky. You have Daisy Marie.
The last one I think I remember the name was
I
Gage.
know none of them.
Gage.
Yeah, I think that's like that was like 10 years ago.
Wasn't that the little boy in Pet Cemetery?
No.
That's a weird porn.
Weird. That is weird.
I would
porn.
be Areola clitoris.
That sounds beautiful.
Doesn't it? It's a beautiful name, Areola.
It is. It's like diarrhea.
That's not.
What about you girls? If you're watching porn, what are your categories? What do you like?
Dead
I hear
silence.
crickets.
You
Yeah.
already asked your reverse question.
I didn't. That wasn't mine.
Oh.
There's only one in an episode.
All right.
Oh.
All
Some
right.
things
Your
of
segment,
the
you control it.
women remain a mystery.
Oh, Joe's in there like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
We don't watch porn.
I'll answer it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. See, she's going to play.
I like girl on girl porn.
Me too.
Oh, now Andrea wants to
But
chime
I'm
in.
totally not a lesbian. I would never want to go
And
down
I
on
would
a girl,
let her try
but
it.
I like
as-
watching it.
like I'm like, look, I don't even need to be involved. Just let me sit in the corner.
This only solidifies something for me. Neither one of our women are into women. I mean, not that I know you personally like
No,
that.
yeah, she's
However,
not.
just based on what you just said, however, seeing sure Josh didn't come back down here. Seeing females doing stuff with each other is a beautiful thing. Seeing guys and our catastrophe of a body, yeah. Women are the far more beautiful of our species out of the two sexes by a long
This
shot.
is why you never see POV porn from the woman's point of view.
Yeah. never.
That's a really good point.
POV porn?
That would-
point of view. So
That
like
would
you're
be
the woman
creepy.
looking up and you see like the hairy guy dripping sweat all over the top of you. Like,
Yeah.
It's like you got a gut resting on your pelvis.
Makes
You, like, a bead of sweat drops into the camera lens and it's like rubbing it for the next 3 minutes.
That might be our episode bumper right there, what you just said. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
Oh,
Nice.
guys. All right, weirdest thing you do alone.
I thought we just covered that.
sleep.
I do ballet in the kitchen.
I are,
Adorable.
Lately, the weirdest thing I do is practice singing.
I
That's
do
the
that a
weirdest
lot
thing I
too.
do. Yeah, but you're a singer. I'm
Oh,
not.
yeah, that's
So
right.
for me, it is weird. It's odd. It's something I don't normally do, and I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it in public yet. So yeah, that's going to be the weirdest thing I do lately.
I'm never comfortable in public singing, but I still do it.
I think the only
I
time
like
I have any time to do anything alone is when I take a shit. So that's probably about the weirdest time. With 3 kids in the house and a wife, yeah, there's no alone time.
It's a fucking sanctuary, isn't it?
Yeah.
So those 7 hours a day you spend in the toilet.
Yeah.
I have pretty intense conversations with myself. Yeah.
You ever
Don't
tell
look at me with that
yourself,
judgment.
You ever tell yourself a joke
I
you
do
don't
all
know?
the time. I love talking to myself. The
Look,
best conversations
a very wise man once told me it is okay to talk to yourself. It's even okay to answer yourself. As long as the answer isn't, huh?
Did you tell yourself that?
No,
Was
no.
that you? Okay.
Have you ever sharted on a date?
Oh my God, no.
On
No,
a date?
but I've been
Like on the
sharded
girl?
on. I've been sharded on.
On a
Refer
date?
back to question number 2.
Like on the date herself, or just while you're out on a date for an
Either
evening?
or.
I guess that would be both. I mean, if you shared on a date, that would cover.
Well, if
the
I
other
sharded on the girl, that would be because she's my date. I
one.
sharded
Right.
on
Then
her.
that's yes. to
I would
both.
hope
Oh, I
it's.
see what you're
I
saying.
would hope there's a date involved and not.
Well, you're in
no
some
kidnapping.
you are in
Guys
some weird ass
walking around
position if you were
sharding
able
on
to shard on her.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
Like you would have to be in some awkward ass position if you sharded on
maybe
her.
transitioning. Yeah, I could see if you were transitioning.
Okay, just on a date, not on
Or
out
your
on a date.
Yeah.
Or it's a normal day in Japan.
Gross.
They're into that kind of stuff.
I don't think I've ever even done that before.
You've
I think
never
if I
sharded?
have, I've totally blocked that. I've sharded, but like if
yeah.
I've ever done it on a date out with it, like there's certain times like we go to like Kobe's and the white sauce there, awesome fucking shit. But she knows that when we're there, from the time that bill comes, we got 15 minutes, or you're waiting 20 minutes for me in the bathroom. Plain and simple.
That's an extra glass of plum wine.
Yeah, no, there's some restaurants where we go. It's like, okay, so we're going right home after this. Like, we're done.
Yeah,
right, we're done. with
There's
everything
no
else.
other. There's no
You
other.
shouldn't
stuff,
eat
but-
there if that happens.
Oh no!
Oh,
It tastes
no,
awesome.
it's
Like,
fantastic.
Your
yes, thank
body
you.
cannot handle
It
it.
is
She
a
looks
gas-
at me like, "Why do we eat there?" I'm like, "Why wouldn't we?"
Because it is a
Because your body
gastronomic
can't
experience.
handle it. It's not worth the money.
Oh, it's so worth the money
bad
because you
for your
get.
body.
I'm still full after the experience, and I know I get a total cleanse.
Yeah.
That's
All
true.
in
If
one.
you're going for a colon cleanse.
That sounds fantastic.
Well, you're going for the enjoyment, the
Flavor. You're going for
Yeah.
the flavor and the.
what is
and
it
the
called when your body
I know
generates
Taco
happy
Bell's bad
hormones?
for me, but I can't stay away from that ground beef and a cocking
Endorphins.
gun.
Yeah, you get the endorphin rush of satisfying your palate and those chemicals released. So yeah, you're teaching yourself to enjoy
You
that
find
food.
me a good
Eat.
Korean barbecue, my endorphins are running high.
There's a so all right. So real quick on Korean food, Andrea and I experienced Korean food for the first time ever in an authentic Korean restaurant in Koko Village. I'm not going to name their name, give them a plug because I'm actually going to talk bad about them. They probably made the food authentically correct to be Korean food. However, we didn't know what Korean food was. We just wanted to try something new.
I will take you guys to a place.
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Rotten food.
I'm not interested in it if it's anything like the food I ate over there. And
No,
apparently it's
is
supposed
it
to be authentic.
kimchi?
Kimchi. Yeah.
No,
kimchi, come on now.
Yeah, kimchi is something totally different.
You didn't know what kimchi was?
I didn't even order.
I knew what it was,
anything.
but I didn't know what it tasted like.
I just watched
Yeah.
him get
Don't.
all of it, and he
Look.
had like 8 bowls of
Like,
all like
I can
cabbage,
imagine
you
what
gotta go for
curry-
the meats.
everything.
I can imagine what curry tastes like before eating it, and then
Curry?
yeah,
I've made curry stuff.
yeah, curry's okay, but you can smell it and you know what it's going to taste like. Usually based on that, I had no idea what kimchi smelled or tasted like until it sat in
rotten
front of me.
food.
And now the entire restaurant knows what kimchi
Yeah.
smells like and tastes like.
Oh, it's
I'll take
horrible.
you to this
Ugh.
great authentic Korean barbecue place where it is just like an all you can eat. The grill's right in the middle of the table. It's all marinated into different meats, anything from like pork belly to like the Korean barbecue ribs to like ribeye, and they marinate it all. They have like sushi, just awesome.
No rotten food.
no rotten
I'm
food.
eating a
Good-
1,000-year-old egg.
No, because there's literally a grill in the middle of your table that you cook your own food right there. They bring you out trays of meat and you cook
So
it
then you
right
pay
there.
to cook your food like the melting pot.
In essence, yes, but it's all the different sauces, flavors, and then everything else that comes
You could
with
do
it.
that at home.
Oh, yeah, I've done it at home. I've done it with the like
I bet
Korean,
it was better,
Korean
huh?
ribs. No, because it wasn't all I could eat because I didn't have enough.
Aww. All right, last question, guys.
Are you going to say any of the names of the girls that gave us these questions, or do they not want to be named?
Did my wife give
I
you a
didn't.
question?
Oh, okay.
She did. I'm not telling you which one.
Ooh, it's the next one.
Most awkward boner situation.
Oh,
Interesting.
oh man.
Okay. So a few weeks ago, I had my son over.
That's not a great way to start off the conversation
Okay,
about
so-
becoming a boner.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I thought it.
So I have this thing. My ears are my spot. My girlfriend, any woman that I've dated for 20 minutes knows that if you get anywhere near my earlobe, I'm done. Like that. That's it. Game on. You're getting it. That's what's happening.
Like fight you or
No.
love you?
Well, yeah,
You're getting lovin'.
Well, is it good or bad?
I like when Mama puts up a little fight.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, like that's my
That's
area.
your erogenous zone.
That's my no-go zone. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
So A couple weeks ago, I had my son over for summer vacation. I'm sitting down on the table, and he's talking to me, and he's like coming up to whisper, like, don't whisper to me. Don't whisper in my ear. Don't do it. He came up, and I backed away. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I want to tell you something. I'm like, well, just tell me from right there. And I turned my head, and I didn't see him come closer, and his like lip grazed my earlobe.
Oh my God.
And I turned around like I was about to knock him the fuck out for a second. Like that would have been a beatdown. That wouldn't have been a spanking. Because it took me a second to register that it was my son. And because I knew my girlfriend was on the other side of the table. So I'm like, who the fuck is by my ear? And it was weird because like my son had no idea what he did. He didn't realize he brushed up against me. And I was like enraged because I had this erection now.
You've Pavlovianly taught yourself to get an erection
Because somebody
of your ear.
touched my ear and daddy went to work. And I had to turn around like, what the fuck?
I can't. First of all, I can't
I'm so
follow
glad I got
that.
something similar.
I can't follow that. I can't even think of one. Go ahead.
Nothing.
So I have a young 5-year-old son who
All
likes
of my
to
boners
wake
are
up
awkward.
early in the morning. He likes to come and crawl in bed with mom and dad. He gets his tablet.
Sure.
He generally sits there and just kind of plays on his tablet while we sleep a little bit. He lets us sleep. And then eventually, about a half hour, 45 minutes after he wakes up, he's like, all right, mom or dad, I need a waffle and I need some juice. Like, you know, like I'm ready to go. So this was probably like 6 months ago. So I'm like laying in bed there and I sleep in just like either boxers or like shorts or something like that. So all of a sudden, like I'm just sleeping and someone's like rubbing my nipple. Like, and he's literally sitting there on his tablet, just going like this, just kind of like, and I think he's just going to touch me, but it's like right on my nipple.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going,
Tax freaking out right now.
Yeah.
I'm going, and I kind of like open my eye. I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get some booty this morning. I look over and it's like my son. I'm like, oh no, what is going on? I'm like, no, you don't rub the nipples. And he's laughing, going, I was rubbing your nipples.
And I bet you your wife did the same thing my girl did. Laughed her ass off. Like ridiculous. Lorraine for like a half hour was just crying. She was laughing so hard.
Well, the worst part about it now is he thinks that just annoys me, and he thinks it's funny because like I kind of fun yell at him. So like if I'm not wearing a shirt, I'll be sitting on a couch. He'll come up next to me and he'll just start doing it again, and I'm like, you little son of a bitch.
Mine's pretty it's innocent, but it's adolescence basically. So what's the age where girls are starting to mature faster than boys
7.
are? So like 11 or so? 7?
Yeah, 11, 12.
I don't think it was. I think I was about 11, maybe 10 or 11, somewhere in that age, where most of the girls in the schools were taller than the boys because they were just.
Oh well, then
taking
that's
off
like
middle school.
that's like
middle
8.
school.
Yeah, no,
That's middle
Like
school.
7.
that's like 7, 8. Because my daughter is a year and a half younger, and she was taller all the way until
Is it
about
7?
6 months
Yeah.
ago.
It's
Yeah,
all middle
my
school
son.
dances. You ever look at middle school
Maybe I was
dances?
7 or 8.
The
then.
boys
I don't
are
know.
always-
But it
whatever age.
So it was in gym, so PE class, whatever you have, and the kids do stupid stuff. It's not anything that's really rigorous activities or exercises in there. But our coach, for whatever reason, had us running. What are the runs where you run from one end of the court to the back and back and forth,
Sprints.
back? But no,
Suicides.
suicides, yeah.
Okay.
So we were doing
Sports.
those,
Woo.
and then we had to run from there, and we had to line up in almost military style, where your nose is basically right into the back of the person in front of you, and you had to line up in that line.
So you mean, sir, military, you're dressed right, and there's a full arm's length. We don't get that close to our battle, buddy.
This was
Nut to
nose.
butt. Nut to butt.
This
nut
was
to butt.
nose into somebody's head. I mean, you were right there, right on them.
I like it known for the record that the
Personal
Navy guy said
space.
nut to butt.
Yeah.
Nut to butt.
So I go finish my fucking suicides, and I go and I fucking line up where I'm supposed to be, and here comes this girl, and she wants to sneak right in front of me. Now, I was a soccer player, and
You had Umbros on, didn't you?
Umbros. Yes, I did. I was sporting the Umbros, and I wasn't aroused.
Those are great to wear to a titty bar. Just like-
However, that's what I had on. This girl comes and gets in front of me, and she's taller than me. But my pelvis is at the right area. Really inappropriate and really awkward. However, she fucking snuck right in there. And yeah, we were standing in that line for a long time. Long enough for me to become at full attention. And she didn't move.
and you were poking her in the ass.
Really weird, but I kind of liked it. It's strange.
She made you feel funny.
Yeah. Every day, Andrea has to stand in front of me just like that.
And that was the story of his first wet dream ever.
Yeah, that was the story about how his second ball dropped and his voice started sounding funny.
When
He
did
grew
boys-
3 inches to her height right after that. Like,
when
Goddamn
did
right.
boys
he's like,
start getting-
hey.
When did
How
boys
are
start
you?
getting? When does your first boner happen? Like how old?
Well,
are you?
boners happen is children
Infancy,
too.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
are you talking sexual arousal?
I don't know. I don't
Jesus, I
have a
don't
penis.
know.
I was
Probably
just
about
curious.
11, 12.
Shit, no,
Yeah.
I was jerking off at 7 years old.
Yeah, he was
7?
young. You matured
Yeah.
early for sexual thoughts. You said
Yeah.
that on the show a long time ago.
I don't know if it was when I found my stepdad's retro 70s porn or when I decided to finally try AOL dial-up to find porn. One or the other.
Yeah.
You're waiting 35 seconds for nipple, yes, nipple, boob, 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 dick. Damn it.
Or the best thing ever, the fuzzy Playboy channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's only because of scrambled porn that I'm able to appreciate the art of Claude Monet.
That's a deep joke.
Yep.
All right, that's enough.
See, I get
for
smart too, guys.
questions For y'all.
Is that it?
That's it.
Salty Fox, thank you so much for giving us those questions today. We
Thank you,
appreciate
ladies.
it. Heck yeah. Zach, you should have come, buddy.
I was working on that. No, I'm just
He
kidding.
might have been.
Sorry, I'm being like really dirty tonight. I apologize. This is not like the best impression of me. I do apologize, guys.
They want more.
They can tell they're very creeped out.
you listen, you've heard 1K it's all right.
Yeah,
They get it.
Fine, yeah.
There are kind of people, Zach. They know.
All right.
Look, we understand. It's been a while. It's okay. So
It
the
has
right
been a
person will
while.
come along.
The right person.
All right. Well, let's do our thing. Matt, Mr. Koko, why don't you tell our listeners a little bit about 1K, how they can find you, how they can tune in, all that good stuff.
Right on. So it's just me and my buddy Ken. We started this podcast back in February. Again, we just kind of started as a couple guys just wanting to have some fun and do something with each other. We always kind of feed off each other pretty well. And you guys have actually been extremely gracious and helpful with helping kind of guide us in the right direction on what to do with things and how to set it up. And, and you can hear from our first episode to, I think we're on episode 54 or 55 now. Just a quality change and everything like that. But come check us out, guys. oneKaway.com. We actually have a webpage. If you actually insert 1Kaway in a Google search engine, we actually cover the first 9 pages of it now.
Nice.
Which is crazy as hell. But on Facebook, 1Kaway, we got a group page and a Facebook page. Instagram, 1Kaway as well. Twitter, 1Kaway. And it's all ONE, the letter K, and then AWAY, all one big ass word.
And it's all about camping podcast, right?
Yeah, camping. No. I mean, we literally talk about anything. We've actually had our kids on the show to talking about our lack there of drug knowledge to, talking just absolutely anything to porn episodes to bringing the wives on and the girlfriends on. So my wife, his girlfriend. So let me clarify that. So,
Your wife is his girlfriend? That's weird. Hey, it's a cool, whatever your
That's
arrangement
very
is.
Close.
So, but come check us out, guys. Subscribe as always. That's always a huge thing with us. Instagram, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, amongst others. And then we are on Podcast Radio Network as well. Wednesday nights at 11 o'clock. Come check us out. Adam's on a little bit before us, so we at least try to follow up to his show.
Whatever. No, man, you guys approached that right. You guys came out of the community, you hit the ground running, and you made a bunch of friends in Central Florida. You guys you put the hustle in, which is important because you go out to the events, you go out to the the gatherings, those types of things. That draws a ton of respect out of that Central Florida crowd.
And it's a ton of fun, and everyone's been very gracious with it so far. I mean, the majority of everyone, 99.9%, have been very welcoming and opening to this in the community and otherwise. I mean, even the local entertainment community, such as comedians and stuff like that, have been very open and welcoming us to the industry in the local area as well.
That's awesome.
So appreciate it, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let her get that yawning out of the way.
Sorry.
I saw her eyes closed. I thought she passed out. I was like, man, I'm that boring. Okay, sorry.
It's not your fault. It's the champagne. At 10 o'clock.
Champagne dreams.
Everybody's gonna leave
champagne
and then-
wishes and caviar dreams.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, you can follow the show here as well on Twitter, and as well as I keep forgetting to plug this all the time, but we're also on our iHeartRadio too. I just keep forgetting to bring it
This
up.
show is. I don't think Twisted Tin is yet.
No,
Is
Twisted does
That's
not.
adorable.
just Living Podcariously is on iHeart.
Yeah.
iHeart.
Yes, sir.
Hi Heart. Hi Heart.
Hi.
Hi ho, hi ho.
Somebody understood it.
You can also follow somewhere else. Instagram.
Well,
did I
YouTube.
say
So
that?
YouTube is getting more popular. We've got
gotta push the
like
YouTube.
28 subscribers.
Yay, 28.
No, but some of our videos have got lots of views, which is really cool. Every single podcast episode that you hear on here gets published onto YouTube as well, onto our channel. But we also do things like have performers in studio that you guys hear occasionally, and we video them and then put the audio plus the video of the performers up there. So it's a good mix of things. So we've got our Get Out Penny cartoons that are on there, both this show and our other show, The Twisted 10, plus our performances here in studio. So go check out the YouTube channel.
I also had a new song drop the other day.
Oh, a new Slipknot song?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I haven't mirrored it to our channel yet, though. But
Remind me, we'll play it next week.
Okay.
So we can at least get it in the show and talk about it.
Sure.
Sweet. All right.
All right.
Well, cool deal.
All right.
Jay?
About where to find me.
Awkward.
Yeah. So we talked off air already, guys. I'm making the announcement officially tonight. I am going to be leaving the shows, Living Podcariously and Twisted 10, after a lot of debate internally. I got to be.
And we learned that you talk to yourself and answer yourself.
Yeah,
in the
no,
show.
a lot of heated conversations in the shower, a lot of confused looks from my girlfriend. We got a lot of projects coming up, a lot of things on the way, and it's hard to balance the time with you guys. It really is, and it sucks to have to leave, but I'm off to big things. And at least I have you guys' phone number so I can come back and ride your coattails if I need to.
Oh, yeah.
Is this something we did? Are you seeing a new podcast? Or?
No, I'm not seeing a new podcast.
You can find Jay on Burn It Down.
And oneKaway and Pop
No, but you can still find me though find me on Twitter at Jay the Funny One. Find me on Pops On, available on iTunes and TuneIn Radio and Stitcher and Google Play. We are also on YouTube, and you can find me performing live September 8th at Hogan's Irish Pub in Cocoa Beach for the Tumbleweed Comedy Show.
Hell yeah.
And downtown Melbourne, September 16th at Iron Oak Post. I will be doing a Brevard Comedy Show.
Well, I said it on Twisted 10. I'll say it here briefly, but you're part of the family. So anything you ever need out of us that we can ever do to support you or help you promote your show, or if you just want to come up and sit in on the show, you've always got a seat in here. You know that. So
If you're hungry on Monday night,
yeah, if you're looking for some food, come on over. But you know that it's gonna be sad to see you go.
It's been a long day without you, my friend.
Shit, we have guests here. I just made this really awkward for them. Hey guys,
No,
you
it's all right. They
you're
know.
witnessing my departure. I'm not leaving yet though. I do have one. I will
more
be on
show.
next week's show. Yes, that will be our last one.
Yeah, one more show. I might have a couple surprises up my sleeve for you. We'll see.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Please, none of them have penises, or at least
now
not,
it's all penises.
or at least not have the penis involved.
Penis
No,
cake it is.
But yeah, I'll be up here. Lorraine will be with me too, assuming we don't get blown away.
Awesome.
penis cake
Yeah, as long as we're here.
delicious.
What did you say? Penis cake sounds delicious. I mean, all right. To each their own.
I've got nothing.
Now so for our listeners, we want to make sure that they understand Jay's choices for leaving the shows are, there's amicable, there's no bad blood, there's nothing like that. We only wish you the best. And
Are you
Thank
kidding
you.
me?
Yeah,
I'm
I
about to
appreciate
go stab him.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, Andrea's mad, but for the rest of us,
I'm a woman though, so
yeah, that's expected.
yeah, no, it's all good terms, and it's just so I can focus on doing other projects. And yeah, no, it's been, you guys have been so fantastic to me and showing me everything that I know so far.
Dude, you're leaving all this money we're making here.
Yeah. Oh, God, how do I turn that down?
All of this
How do
money,
you walk
man.
away tens of dollars?
Yeah, tens and tens of dollars spread out over.
we have tens
Months.
of dollars.
But you guys are making that much right now? Holy shit! I so idolize you guys.
Speaking of which, let's not forget to our Patreon. We gotta.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, because on one of our Patreons, we have one subscriber for $1. Thank you very much. The other one, we've got a few. So, yeah,
no,
go check
that
out
one we have $5, or is it $10?
$9
It's
or
10.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, go check out Patreon, patreon.com/livingpodcariously. If you give at least $5 a month on that Patreon site, you will get extra episodes. They're bonus shows. Tach and I are recording some covers not covers, but we're doing recaps of some of our original content.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that's really, really dirty and behind the scenes. And we've got a pretty good story arc that leads us to our current iteration of how our show is formed right now.
Indeed.
So it's
You gotta listen
interesting.
for the climax.
It's a fucking drama. It
What's
really
the
is.
climax?
You were there.
I was.
Oh
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you kind of led to the climax, really.
I was the climax.
Always.
Oh god.
I'm clickbait. Anyway,
And those episodes can only be heard through Patreon. There's no other way to download them or get them anywhere else. So you have to go to Patreon, and then the episodes will be there. You click download, or you can listen to them right there in Patreon. There's a play button as well. So you
it's
got to be a
nice. It
subscriber
looks
there.
good too. It looks like iTunes when you play it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
It's neat. All right, guys, ready to get out of here?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
All right. So again, Jay,
Thank you.
we'll miss you. We love you, man. And come up here anytime you want to. You know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So on behalf of the Living Podcariously cast, I'm Adam.
I'm Tach.
I'm Andrea Joy.
I'm Jay Alvarez.
And to our two guests in here in studio tonight, thank you guys for coming up. We greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to kick your asses here.
Oh, bring it on. We are coming up with that bet here very shortly.
All right, deal. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Song.
His
I
ass got
almost
quiet.
started
He's like,
getting a
oh
boner.
shit, who else came?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what really?
Now, we were supposed to have a performer last week. He kind of no-showed. Maybe it's all right.
Wait, if he's not the musician, it must be Josie? Jojo?
No.
No.
JoJo's a no, but we have
Is she in
Koko.
on the chase now?
Not yet. Not yet.
No, almost there. All right. So, yeah, joining us in studio this week from the oneKaway podcast, we've had Ken on before.
Yep.
And I like to say we're bringing the better half on this week.
Oh,
but
yeah, thank you.
No, Matt Koko from oneKaway podcast is joining us.
Oh,
I
wow.
appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Hey.
And you also just hosted a Twisted 10 for us.
Ton of fun. I was glad we were able to do a little debate in here. I
Dude, that
brought the wife in so we can kind of have a good mix of the male and female perspective.
It was good. It got heated. I learned something about Andrea today. That's for sure.
What'd you learn?
Well, you got to go listen to that podcast if you want to hear what I learned.
I want to know, though.
We have a difference
You
of
were
opinions.
there.
Yeah,
We
have
do? Oh, about beating kids?
Well, you're not supposed to say that. You want them to go listen
Okay,
to the
go
show.
listen to the Twisted
Twisted Ken?
Oh, yeah, no, he is twisted. Jay found that out very, very,
Oh, very
easily.
quickly.
Listen to the Twisted 10 to find out what Adam and I think about beating children.
Good plug. All right. Before we get started in the show, I'm doing another shout out for Texas folks who survived Hurricane Harvey this week. They need a lot of help. Please go give them a donation. Go to American Red Cross's website. That's typically the one that everybody's supporting to go to. And realistically, about 90 cents of every dollar goes towards the victims.
91?
Yeah, technically it's a little less than that, but we won't. That's getting into the nitty gritty. The majority of the money still goes to the victims. So please go support the local victims in the hurricane. American Red Cross. I think the Red Cross donation number is 1-800-RED Cross. I think it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But yeah, go.
So therefore
What?
you made him lose more?
No, I didn't trade anything with Cameron. No, I never traded with him. I traded with everybody else and sucked it up hard.
And I heard about that prior to the draft, and then I saw you two collaborating the entire draft going, are they just planning on finishing 11th and 12th in this year?
But what everyone doesn't know is that was just all game because he is going to come this year and take.
Because I'm a hustler, baby.
Listen to my girl
He
supporting
is
me.
gonna win, and there is no need for you guys to even look at the games
Ooh, I
at
found
all.
my
Why do you
That's
sound
the,
like you
that's
have a
the
daughter
only
named
way
Charity?
he's going to win is if we don't.
No, I don't, because Zach would have been with Charity.
So yes, we did our fantasy football draft. We went down to the Salty Fox down in O'Galley, down in Melbourne on O'Galley Boulevard. We took all of our managers down there, and what was really surprising and really kind of fun, I think, is that we had a cheerleading section.
No, we didn't.
Straight up
had cheerleaders?
wives and girlfriends come down to show their support and love for their men who were making. And then we also had a woman in the league too, but they were coming out to show their love and support for us. And while we were making our choices,
They came out to support the one woman in the league.
Why did the woman?
No, that one woman was a
like-
last second replacement. They came
But
down to
why
support the
didn't you ask
$10
us?
bottomless mimosas. That's
I
what they
was
came out
there
to support.
first. Why didn't y'all ask me to be part of it?
How come I didn't get invited to come out at all
Because
today?
us as girls would have all went together as a team.
there's too many questions coming
That
at me at
would've
one
been
time.
so
Hers are
much fun.
crazy. Yours, it's fantasy football. Tach, would you really
We
have
would've
liked
lost
to?
But it's hanging out at the
Would've
Salty
done us
Fox,
thing.
and we all know that I like a few things over there.
That's
Free-
the drinks.
And we like
bottomless
free money,
mimosas.
too.
It's actually all about those breasts and thighs that over there at the Southern Fox.
Yeah, they do have some pretty good breasts and thighs. Chicken, baby. But yeah,
so we don't serve chicken at this establishment.
Look, and they
I don't know what you guys talking about, but
they
I like the hot
supported us
chicks.
all up until about the first break. Because all I know is at the first break, they're like, "Oh, cool, you guys are done." Like, no, we're about a third of the way through.
yeah. Unfortunately, the girl's like, why the fuck is this taking so long? You said it was going to be done at 3. I'm like, yeah, you assumed it was going to be done at 3. It's really
we
going a
were
little
there
longer.
for like 5 hours.
Yeah, we were. Absolutely.
There's only so.
Go help them.
Hopefully, we don't need that in a week or two coming up here.
Yeah, dude. That's so we've done.
We'll need Joel Osteen to come open a church that he won't let us into,
Just don't confuse
so he
the
can pass
number
us a
with
collection
1-800
plate
Red
3
Cunt.
days after the storm.
What'd you say, Andrea?
Sorry. I was just didn't want anyone to confuse the number with 1-800 Red Cunt.
Red cunt. Did you say cunt on our airways?
Yay.
Wait,
Wow.
whoa.
Whoa.
Out of the gate swinging this
Out of the
morning,
gate.
folks.
Yeah, no kidding.
Batter up.
No shit.
I
Last
just didn't want anyone to make the mistake of doing that.
They don't
make-
call her Big Red
It's
for
a
no reason,
completely
everybody.
different number.
I make that mistake every week. I'm constantly calling.
I've been
Red Cunt.
wondering why my
totally different
donations
number?
haven't been going through. You just solved that problem for me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
well, I thought I was giving to charity. I didn't know it was actually a girl named Charity. So
that's good.
We gonna give her this name because we know she gonna live off it.
Oh, that's really fucking funny.
Oh my goodness.
So we did something fun, and I know for Tach and for Andrea, this is going to probably be a little bit boring.
Oh, we're talking
but
about my fantasy mimosa team.
We are. So
Yay!
so today, so I host a fantasy football league. It's called the Gridiron Savants. It's a closed league over on Yahoo's Fantasy Football Manager, and it's a money league, and we keep that between the managers that are in there. So it's a lot of fun. We have 12 managers, and this year joining us on that league, I should say donating to the league.
I'm sorry, what place did you finish last year?
Is Matt. I finished 7th last year.
Out of?
8, but that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
important.
okay.
It's not important.
You are who we would call Andre in this situation.
Yeah, look, I'll live up to that. But the year prior to that, I won 2 money leagues, and I took 3rd in
You're
another
talking
money
that
league.
much smack with losing that path last year.
Yeah.
The
I
Dre
like her
knows no
so
boundaries.
much.
What a great wife to
Oh my
support
God.
me in my
Wait,
future endeavors,
and
huh?
I did want to ask, who is the
stop.
only other person that you came out ahead of?
I thought you won.
That's my stepson.
So that apple don't fall far from the
but
tree.
you,
took
told
eight.
him, but you told him what to trade and traded him people with yourself.
Women are the far more beautiful of our species out of the 2 sexes by a long
This
shot.
is why you never see POV porn from the woman's point of view.
yeah,
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Koko Beach, Florida.
all right.
Aw, yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
No, you're not getting that out of me.
no.
Welcome to Living Podcariously.
Woot, woot.
Yeah. I already did that. I'm Adam. I'm one of your hosts of Living Podcariously, and back as always, sitting across the room from me.
I'm Tach. Well, I'm not always here. I'm sometimes a dick and I have to work. So yeah.
Sometimes you have to work the dick. All right, that's what I heard.
Amen.
And over there in the lady chase.
I think it's Andrea Joy. I don't know. Forgive me. Kind of had a little fun at my mimosa fantasy.
Is that the $10 bottomless mimosas brunch?
Yes, from the Salty Fox. So much fun.
Nice, Jay.
We
Nice.
played Cards Against Humanity. It was all a girl. Enough about that.
We'll talk about it.
later. But across from me is a very lovable.
Oh shit, who's here? Oh, hey guys, it's Jay Alvarez, proud supporter of the Naked Hustle. So, Tach, whatever you got to do to pay rent, brother, I am behind you.
I'm a sex worker.
I could see you working in the red light district.
Nice.
We have got a musician in studio with us this week. He's going to do a performance
He's
for
a
us a little
musician?
bit. Oh,
He's a
no.
musician.
No. Actually, I don't know, Matt. Are you a musician? Do
Oh,
you-
there's not a chance in hell.
So ready for how much mimosas you can drink.
And I think
I think you
found
disproved
yeah.
that today.
I was drawing with chalk on the front and the. I'm sorry. Let me repeat that. I was in the front of the Salty Fox drawing with chalk on the floor, making art.
Yeah. You were that person that had too much mimosas. Yes, that's.
There was also another girl.
How old was she?
2.
That's why next week they've raised the price from $10 to $15. It's because we're Andrew's coming back.
They need to cover the liability of having all of us in
Hey,
it.
No,
she
they
helped
had-
me find every color, so I didn't even have to look through the box.
They got to cover the liability of everyone that got hurt playing hopscotch outside. Because that's what they were drawing.
Squiggly lines all over the place. I can't keep inside the lines.
Drunk people equal free babysitter.
All those kids out there playing Pokemon Go.
Over on our other show, The Twisted 10, that Matt just hosted, he brought, and see, when other podcast hosts come over to host a show, and I reciprocate as well, I bring gifts, and other podcasts hosts bring gifts. Matt brought me a gift this week, and I'm honored, and I will cherish it.
During your private lonely laptop time.
Yes, I will. It's a box of Puffs Ultra Soft tissues.
Yeah.
Aw, is that because you care so much about the people who hurt when they lose?
Because when you're going to clean the pipes,
exactly.
you deserve it.
That is so sweet.
I will shed a tear for you every time I beat your ass this year, which I think will be twice.
Which will be 0?
Yeah, I think
Zero?
we play each other. We'll see. We'll probably play each other twice.
Oh no, yeah, no,
Once
we're
for
gonna
sure.
play each other. Well, twice. Well, at least once. I don't think you're gonna make the playoffs, so I don't know if it'll be twice.
I might play you twice in the regular
We just got to
season.
see how it works out, but definitely not a third time.
We'll have to
Boys are
see how
so
it goes.
funny.
Andrea, how many times do I play you?
Huh?
I don't know.
You didn't. You're not on my mimosa team.
I know, what the fuck?
Those
Only
girls.
people on my mimosa team. We play with each other.
Whoa.
You don't
You
get to
already
know
said
about
I
it.
can come onto your.
You don't get to know about it
Club.
unless you're on the team. What stays on the
You
team?
already said I can come on the team.
What?
Whoa.
Is it there?
I'm right there with Jay
All
right now. Hold on.
All right.
Oh, that was
My wife-
worded
my
exactly
wife-
how I wanted it
My
to be
wife is
worded.
now off that team.
Oh.